and welcome. Nice to have you join us on Newsroom series live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the North Central region. No fewer than 24 persons, including pregnant women, have been abducted from a rice farm in Plateau Community Arena Ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State. According to a community source, the attack occurred on Wednesday afternoon, November 25th, when armed bandits launched another attack while residents were busy harvesting their crops. Plateau is said to be about 5 kilometers from a military base in Arena Ward, from where the attackers reportedly fled with the victims before security personnel could respond. In a separate incident earlier the same day, another group of bandits invaded Kakuru community, also in Arena Ward, where they brutalized a blind resident and cut off his right hand after collecting a mobile phone from him. He's currently receiving first aid treatment at a patent medicine shop in Kuduru community. Now, the North Central Zone of the National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons has organized a seminar in Minna to deepen stakeholders' understanding of the Arms Control Act 2024 and strengthen Nigeria's legal and institutional response to the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Speaking during the seminar, the North Central Zonal Coordinator of NCCSALW, Abdul Eneche, said the new act reflects the federal government's renewed commitment to tackling the rising spread of illicit weapons. Eneche emphasized that the seminar was designed to help security agencies, legal practitioners and other stakeholders understand the provisions of the act and effectively apply them in investigations and enforcement.
There were several measures the federal government had put in place to address issues concerning proliferation of small arms and light weapons. It means also that all these laid down measures in the past have not been able to adequately address the problem of arms. So you see government trying at every point in time to improve what was on ground. This time around, is in tandem with international best practices. What it means, like we're talking of review, that review too has to also take into the international convention. But look, I agree these are international best practices, but back home these are our own peculiarities. Yes. So in the course of domestication, these are areas we will need to address. That will be concreted, then brought back again for proper domestication.
Governor Abdullahi Sule has presented the 2026 appropriation bill to the Nasarawa State House of Assembly. The bill, tagged Budget of Strategic Consolidation, is totaled at 517.5 billion naira. Our correspondent Halima Gayam reports.
Governor Abdullahi Sule is ushered into the hallowed chambers of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly. His mission here is to present the 2026 Fiscal Appropriation Bill, the 7th since his administration, in line with Section 121 of the 1999 Constitution. The budget, according to the governor, reflects his administration's commitment to build a resilient, competitive and inclusive state, consolidating on present gains and to accelerate ongoing reforms.
The 2026 budget seeks to consolidate ongoing infrastructure projects to enhance connectivity and economic competitiveness, expand job creation through industrialization, SME support, and agricultural productivity.
Recurrent expenditure is estimated at 212.7 billion naira, representing 41.12%, while the capital expenditure is estimated at 304.7 billion naira, representing 58.88% share of the proposal.
I solicit your expeditious consideration and passage of the 2026 Fiscal Appropriation Bill. Bill will facilitate the timely execution of vital projects and programs designed to elevate the socio-economic conditions of our people in Nasarawa State.
In his remarks, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Nladi Jato, pledges that the House would expedite action on the bill, stating that the 2025 budget performed optimally at 75%.
We are pleased to inform this gathering that our oversight assessment of the 2025 budget have yielded encouraging results. According to reports from the various state standing committee of this House, the 2025 budget recorded an impressive 75% performance, the highest in 26 years of budget assessment by this Honorable House.
He also unveiled the compendium of the House, chronicling its activities since 1999. The Nasarawa State 2026 budget, themed the budget of strategic consolidation, is focused on sustaining the milestones of the Abdullahi Sule administration in the past 6 years, with infrastructure gulping the highest allocation of 157.8 billion naira, followed by education with 92.19 billion. Halima Gayam, Channels Television News.
Now, healthcare in Nigeria faces critical challenges such as low life expectancy, high maternal and infant mortality rates, and rising non-communicable diseases like stroke and heart disease. Despite being known as the giant of Africa, these health indices reveal areas in urgent need of reform in Nigeria. This is coming from a professor of pharmaceutical technology, Bingham University, Abuja, Mr. John Alpha, during a paper presentation in Lokoja, the capital of Kogi State.
Issues affecting Nigeria's health sector are brought to the fore at this lecture put together by the Dean of Pharmaceutical Sciences at Birmingham University in Nasarawa State, Professor John Alpha. Educationists, legal luminaries, top government officials, students as well as clergymen listened with rapt attention as Professor Alpha paints a picture of existing difficulties in access to healthcare in the country, as well as the contemporary realities and pathways to universal health coverage. He believes that a state of emergency should be declared in the health sector to make things work.
One problem we have is implementation of our policies and reforms. We have beautiful laid down, development plans in our offices. Those of you who have functioned in high places, you know that what I'm saying is true, and I know it is true. But implementation of those policies, of those strategies, has been vain. And so all of us have to be conscious about doing something different from what is happening.
Other speakers addressed the exodus of medical professionals driven by welfare issues and employment challenges.
Government is doing a lot, but health education and health information for the local population is still low, and they still patronize the quacks.
It's too insignificant a number to make a lasting impact. But if every one of us go out with this same message that we have heard today, we have what it takes to make a whole lot of difference.
They also emphasized the need for government to create awareness on initiatives such as the National Health Insurance Authority Act 2022, which replaces the old scheme.
Before we had the National Health Insurance Scheme, an act of 1999, and in 2022 it was repealed, and we have the National Health Insurance Authority Act. That is the government's dream, to ensure that everyone has access to health.
Nigeria's journey towards universal health coverage remains a challenging one, with obstacles such as infrastructure deficit and funding gaps along the way. Yet with sustained commitment, innovative solutions and collaborative efforts, there remains hope for a healthier future for all Nigerians.
Thanks to all of you.
The Plateau State government has flagged off the distribution of relief materials to victims of rainstorm and windstorm disasters across 4 local government areas. Speaking during the presentation to some communities from Basa local government, the Executive Secretary of the Plateau State Emergency Management Agency, Sunday Abdu, described the exercise as a significant step in supporting communities whose homes, farmlands and livelihoods were destroyed during the last rainy season. Receiving the materials on behalf of the affected communities, the Deputy Chairman of Basa Local Government Area, Israel Alta, commended the state government for what he described as a consistent commitment to the welfare of citizens. The agency says more relief distributions will take place across other local government areas affected by similar disasters in the coming days.
Our communities in Plateau State in some areas were affected during the last raining season. There were communities that were affected by hailstorm. Their farms were destroyed, or rainstorm. And there were communities that were destroyed by windstorm, took off their roofings and buildings were destroyed. And then there were communities that were affected by floods. These three categories of problems gave rise to the agency's desire to request for assistance from the government of Plateau State, and the governor graciously approved that request, and therefore today we are carrying out the presentation of the items to these communities so that they too will go and share it to the real members of the communities that were affected. And that is why I emphasized in my speech that only the communities that were affected and the people in the communities that were affected that will be given this assistance.
I'm highly happy, super happy, because what the governor has been doing for us in Basa and the affected communities or local government in Plateau, honestly, we just can't have other words to use more than thank you. I want to assure you we're going to be very prudent in distribution of this relief material. We want to ensure that it reaches the affected individuals.
Staying in Plateau State, Governor Caleb Mutfwang has confirmed the employment of more than 700 long-serving ad hoc staff across state-owned tertiary institutions. The announcement ends years of uncertainty for workers who served with little pay and no job security. Our correspondent, Percy the Bank, reports.
Governor Caleb Mutfwang meets with the newly absorbed staff at the new government house in Jos as he formally resolves the long-standing employment irregularities discovered shortly after he assumed office. Many of the beneficiaries worked for years, earning between 6,000 and 15,000 naira monthly. Governor Mutfwang believes they have been wronged over the years and he is here to make things right.
I want to announce to you that we have sat together with the heads of your institutions, with the commissioner and all of those in government, and we felt that even the years of collecting 6,000 and 15,000 should not only be appreciated, but should be compensated.
Representing the beneficiaries, Josiah Sati praised the governor for correcting what he described as years of injustice.
It is only you that we know in Plateau State. 22 governors have come and gone. No one has wiped away our tears like you, sir.
The Commissioner for Education, Professor Katalam Gang, and other officials commend the governor for bringing stability and confidence to the sector.
I know we did the recruitment, but he insisted. What of your ad hoc staff and your casual workers? On several occasions, are they qualified? If they are qualified, why did you not take them?
Truly, it takes a great courage to absorb us here. That means that we are laying a foundation that will uplift us, and generation behind will also have a good template to run that system moving forward.
With the confirmation exercise now completed, the Plateau State government says the steps marks a new era of integrity and education excellence. Percy Dabang, Channels Television News.
President Bola Tinubu has been urged to urgently sign the alternative bill by the Certified Institute of Auctioneers, which aims to promote professionalism, regulation and control of auctioneers' skills and knowledge in the country. This is the view of various speakers at this year's conference with the theme Repositioning Niger's Auction Industry, held in Ilorin, Kwara State.
This conference brings together key players and professionals across the country to reflect, exchange ideas, and chart pathways for elevating Nigeria's auction sector to the level of global leaders in this multi-billion-dollar economic space. Explaining the roles of auctioneers to enhance economic benefit of the nation and guard against waste, the registrar of the institute enumerates other contributions to the growth of the economy.
Auctioneers are agents of reduction of corruptions in all the government sectors. They are also agents of waste reduction. They minimize the incidence of corruptions, whereby those assets that are classified, that are not that are to be wasted or that will be preferred, taken away by individuals or the government are not make use of, people carry it away. We call in an auctioneers to dispose of those. They are agents of profit-making. They are profit-making individuals.
Chairman of the Kwara State Institute, Sani Olaide, describes the gathering as a platform for learning and strategic engagement geared towards strengthening the auctioneering practice. He appeals to President Tinubu to assent to the bill passed by the National Assembly to strengthen the auctioneering practice and reduce waste.
Right now, as I'm speaking to you, our bill has passed through the red chamber and the green chamber. It's presently on the table of the president seeking for assent. And as soon as there is assent, of course, I believe that auctioneering will be a key factor in Nigeria as far as our economic recovery is concerned.
The Kwara State Head of Service, Olufunke Shitu, who was represented at the event, highlights the vast opportunities auctioneering offers Nigeria, especially in an era of privatization and financial reforms.
In the service, they are well recognized. And why I'm saying they are well recognized is that it adds to their progression in the service.
Participants canvass a strong collaboration between the Institute and government agencies to ensure modern, transparent, and accountable asset disposal.
In a significant move ahead of the upcoming local government elections, the All Progressives Congress APC in Kogi State has officially announced its schedule of activities, emphasizing its commitment to a transparent democratic process. The chairman of the party, Abdullahi Bello, disclosed this during a press briefing held at the party's secretariat in Lokoja, the capital of Kogi State. He reiterated the party's dedication to internal democracy, stating an equal playing field for all aspirants in adherence to the timetable released by the Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission. The party chairman encouraged aspirants to pursue their political ambitions freely, urging them to engage in a competitive yet respectful electoral atmosphere. He emphasized that the APC remains a party built on inclusiveness and unity, while urging aspirants to chase their dreams without fear or intimidation.
Kogi State local government election, in accordance to Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission, SEC, schedule of election, I wish to assure all interested aspirants that our party is committed to a free, fair, and credible process devoid of any rancor. To all aspirants, I want to emphasize that the APC is a party of inclusiveness, and as such, we encourage everyone to participate in the electoral process by following the laid down guidelines by the party and SEC. We urge all interested aspirants to feel free to advance their aspiration without fear or intimidation. The party is committed to providing the necessary level playing ground for all aspirants in line with our guideline in accordance with SEC timetable. As a responsible party, we appreciate and value most distinctively the unwavering commitment and rock-solid support of all Kogi indigents.
Now, the Senate has commenced the process of amending the nation's Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act as lawmakers passed the amendment bill through first reading during plenary today. The bill, sponsored by the Senate leader, Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele, follows resolutions reached just 24 hours earlier when senators, during a heated debate on national insecurity, agreed on the need to classify kidnapping as a terrorist offense punishable by the death penalty. The introduction of the amendment bill is expected to commence the process of altering the legal framework to impose harsher penalties on kidnappers amid rising security concerns across the country. Meanwhile, the Senate has constituted an 18-member ad hoc committee to investigate the implementation of the Safe School Initiative, appointing Senator Orji Uzor-Kalu as chairman. Other members of the committee include Senators Tony Wonye, Yemi Adaramudu, Harry Ipalubo, Ede Danifowon, Mustafa Saliu, Dickett Plank, Binus Yarwa, Kaka Shehu, as well as Musa Garba Maidoki, among others. The constitution of the committee follows a recent resolution where lawmakers demanded a thorough investigation into the Safe School program. Senators had questioned how funds allocated to the initiative had been utilized given the continued attacks on educational institutions across the country. Their concerns intensified after the deadly raid on Government Girls College Maga in Kebbi State, where gunmen killed the vice principal and reportedly abducted 25 students. The debate leading to the committee's formation was amplified by additional prayers raised by Senator Adams Oshomole. The ad hoc committee has been mandated to conduct a thorough investigation and report back to the Senate within 4 weeks. And that's where we'll drop the anchor on this edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.